Hi and welcome back everyone to our primary school athletics scheme of work. We break the content down into three main sections: the games, which is why you're here, the technical information to help the children improve further, as well as a competitive event so that you can check for learning or use it as part of your sports day. In weeks 1 and 2 we covered jumping and throwing events respectively. Now we're on week 3, we're going to look at some running events, specifically the sprint and the 4-minute run. Here we're going to start off with a game of red light, green light. One of the children stand behind a line and the rest of the children need to make it to that line as quickly as possible, but if they get spotted they need to return to the start. Because the focus is on sprinting and not decelerating, children are allowed to be seen but for no more than 3 steps while they apply the brakes. Keep playing the game until one person has made it across the finish line and then swap roles. During this game you're going to teach children the key technical points of sprinting, specifically the starting position. When teaching crouch starts, the most difficult thing to do is getting the feet in the right place. Your less dominant foot is going to start one forearm behind the start line, which children are going to mark with their fingers and then place their foot there. Repeat the process for your stronger foot, one forearm away from the toes on your less dominant foot. From here you're going to ask children to put their fingers on the start line in an arc and then place their shoulders over the start line so it's perpendicular to the floor. On the call of get set, children raise their bums in the air and listen out for the starting gun. It's important to keep your shoulders over the starting line. In this example, leaning a little bit further forward will ensure that we get more traction from the balls of our feet when the race begins. When the starting gun fires, we push off into the floor, pump our arms and explode away from the starting line. The sprint itself is one of the easiest events for the children to manage. All you need is one of the children at the finish line saying on your marks, get set, go, and then the rest of the children race across to the finish line. All you need to do is remember what order the children finished in. You'll record these results and then if you're super organised you'll have the next row of runners ready to go. Our second running event is a distance race, the 4-minute run. As a warm-up or an introduction to the 4-minute event, you're going to set up a treasure hunt or an orienteering course. Split the class into small groups and then have each group try and find the marking which resembles their colour. Each time they do this they'll come back to you to register the marking and then go in pursuit of their next one. The first group to complete all their colour coordinated tasks is the winner, and the beauty of this is you can simply play again but changing the coloured groups around. When it comes to working with children, typically their energy is either on or off. In running events they're likely to set off like a bullet only to be absolutely tired out and then set off like a bullet again. It's just the way their energy system works, but there are a few ideas that we can use to help them. The game I like to use is called Cars, and children move around the area in one of 4 speeds. Gear 1 is walking, Gear 2 is slow jogging, which is the slowest movement they can do that isn't a walk. Gear 3 is moving quickly but not quite a sprint. And Gear 4 is the sprint itself, moving as quickly as you possibly can for a short amount of time. Your main focus will be on Gears 2 and 3, because children know how to walk and they know how to move very quickly as well. And now it's time for the event. Quite simply, you're going to use 4 cones or more to mark out an area. Arm one of the children with a stopwatch and when they call out go, the race begins. Once 4 minutes is up, whoever gets the furthest is the winner. Alternatively, you could have a designated finish line which is about 4 minutes ahead of where they start. Encourage children to think about the amount of energy they have in a bar. Move too quickly and the bar will drain empty before you manage to get to the finish line. Ideally, we want that bar to be absolutely depleted just as we cross the finish line. Naturally, some children will be better at gauging the speed and distance than others. It may be worth practicing the event a few times before the actual sports day itself. Thank you for watching everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, then please like and then share the video with anybody else that you feel may benefit from it. And as always, remember to subscribe so that you can catch next week's video. And as well, in the comments, just leave down what your favourite activity was. I'll see you next week.